Hey everyone, we got another big AI release today. Today, we're upgrading Meta AI with our newest model, Llama 3.1, which will also be the first open source model at the frontier and among the most advanced out there.
As anticipated, Meta has officially released Llama 3.1. In previous videos, we discussed the rumors and leaks surrounding Llama 3.1, including details about the three base models, the 405 billion, 70 billion, and 8 billion parameter versions. We also reviewed benchmarks suggesting that Llama 3.1 surpasses GPT-4 in many cases. With the official release, we can confirm that these details were not mere rumors. Llama 3.1 was indeed leaked, or perhaps it was a strategic move to attract attention to the model. To learn more about Llama 3.1, you can visit the official Meta Llama website. They clearly state that this is a base model, which you can fine-tune and deploy as needed. The latest instruction-tuned models are available in the 8 billion, 70, and 405 billion versions. These models are not only the best open-weight models out there, but the bigger 405 version is probably the best model available today, both among the open and closed-weight models. The 405B is the highly anticipated model from Meta. They have also refreshed their smaller 7 and 8 billion parameter models. Personally, I'm more excited about these smaller models because you can actually run them on your local machine. For the 405B model, you need a powerful GPU. In this video, we are going to be talking about the different capabilities of these models, how they compare to other models out there, where you can run them, and if you decide to run them locally, how much RAM you are going to need. We will also look at the new agent system from Llama, along with an open letter from Mark Zuckerberg and a hint for a multimodal Llama. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Before looking at how it compares with other models, let's delve into some technical details which I think are a lot more interesting. I will be relying on this summary from Aston, a research scientist on the Llama team at Meta Generative AI. This new model family boasts a huge context window. For the previous versions of the 7 and 8 billion parameter models, the context window was only 8,000 tokens. Now, they have managed to extend it to 128,000 tokens, which makes it significantly more useful and on par with the context window of GPT-4 models. The quality of training data matters a lot, so compared to the previous Llama models, they have enhanced the pre-processing and curation pipeline for pre-training data, as well as the quality assurance and filtering methods for post-training data. They have paid a lot of attention to the training data, which seems to be the main reason behind this performance improvement. The architecture remains very similar to the older models. One of the highlighted use cases for the larger 405B model is synthetic data generation for fine-tuning smaller models. The scale of the data involved is impressive. The pre-training data comprises about 16 trillion tokens, and it was trained over a cluster of 16,000 H100 GPU, which is pretty astounding to think about. But the inference is going to be a lot more compute efficient. To support large-scale production inference for the 405B model, they quantized it from 16 bits to 8 bits, reducing computational requirements and enabling the model to run on a single server node. Later in the video, I'm going to tell you how much GPU RAM you actually need in order to run this model, but spoiler alert, you need a lot. They leveraged the 405B model to improve the post-training quality of the 70 and 8 billion parameter models, so it seems like these models are distilled versions of the 405B. This is why you see a substantial improvement in performance, and we're going to look at that in a bit. In the post-training phase, they refined the chart models with multiple rounds of alignment, which involved supervised fine-tuning, rejection sampling, and DPO. They generated most of the SFT examples using synthetic data, again relying heavily on the 405B model for synthetic data generation. These models appear to be multimodal in nature, meaning they have the ability to process images, videos, and speech as inputs and also generate these modalities as outputs. They highlighted this capability in their technical report, which is 92 pages long. In it, you can see that the input can be a single image, a video file, text tokens, or speech segments, and the output can be video representations or text tokens. At the moment, they are not releasing the multimodal version, but hopefully, they will be able to release it sometime in the future. Additionally, they have updated their license. Previously, you couldn't use the output of a Llama model to train other models, but now you can do that under the new license. How good are these models compared to others? The answer is, really good. If you look at all three models, from the 8 billion to the 70B and all the way up to the 405 model, they are best in class or almost the same in their respective categories. The 405 model is comparable to larger models like GPT-4 or GPT-4 Turbo and Cloud 3.5 Sonnet. However, for me, the winner is Llama 3.1 with 70 billion because it is very comparable to the 405B but is much smaller in size, allowing you to run it on your local system. Don't just rely on the benchmarks, evaluate the models based on your own needs and applications. To better understand these benchmarks, I found an article from IBM very helpful. They compare the 405B with other leading models for undergraduate level knowledge using the MMLU benchmark. The 405B is very comparable to OpenGPT-4 Turbo and the Opus model from Anthropic, as well as Gemini 1.5 Pro. Even for graduate-level reasoning, which the GPQA dataset measures, it performs very closely to both Opus and GPT-4 Turbo. In terms of math problem-solving skills, it is just behind GPT-4, but it's better than the 3.5 Sonnet. When it comes to reasoning, comprehension, and knowledge Q, which the Arc Challenge dataset plus coding measures, it is very comparable to the state-of-the-art models available today. Some of the best use cases for the 405B model are synthetic data generation and knowledge distillation for smaller models. As I mentioned before, the 8 and 70 billion parameter models seem to be distilled versions of the 405B. You can also use them as judges, a popular use case for larger models like GPT-4 and Cloud Opus. Additionally, you can use this model to generate domain-specific fine-tunes. Unlike the previous version, which was English only, this model is now multilingual. Beyond English, it supports Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, German, and Thai. It seems they are also adding more languages. I believe I heard Hindi mentioned in the list of upcoming languages, so we will likely see more languages being added. This is great for people who do not speak English. In terms of model capabilities, they are highlighting tool usage. They released an agentic system with the Llama 3.1 release, which we will look at. The agents can be multilingual as well, which is quite impressive. Additionally, the model boasts complex reasoning capabilities along with great coding abilities. On benchmarks, the 405B seems to be state-of-the-art, but do humans prefer responses from this model compared to others? They conducted a human evaluation study in which they compared two models to see which responses were preferred by humans. When the 405B was compared with the original GPT-4 as well as the Cloud 3.5 Sonnet, it seems like the human preferences for these models were basically tied. However, GPT-4o tends to generate responses that are preferred by humans more than the 405B model. I think in the upcoming days we are going to have a lot more data on this as people start reporting their own experiences. This is something to keep in mind if you are building applications on top of the 405B that will be shown to users and rely on whether they like the responses or not. With this release, they are also introducing the Llama system, which is an overall system that can orchestrate several components, including calling external tools. Their vision is to go beyond foundational models to give developers access to a broader system that provides the flexibility to design and create custom offerings that align with their vision. If you think about ChatGPT from OpenAI or Claude from Anthropic, these are not standalone LLMs but are part of multi-component systems. The Meta team is trying to create something similar. They are providing a reference system they are calling the Llama Agentic System. We will take a look at that. But along with it, they are also releasing Llama Guard 3, which is a multilingual safety model, and Prompt Guard, which is a prompt injection filter. They released a new repository called the Llama Agentic System. This system implements several components of the Llama framework, allowing for multi-step reasoning and tool usage. It works with both larger and smaller models and includes a code interpreter for data analysis. I will be creating a number of videos on how to use this system, so if you are interested, make sure to subscribe to the channel. For the UI, they are using Miso, a new Python UI builder from Google, an interesting choice. If you want to try these models through the API, you have several options. Here is a list of different providers offering these models via API. Fireworks.ai, This seems to be the best choice for larger models in terms of pricing. This is the beauty of open source. You have many different options through various API providers, all offering the same models. If you prefer to use these models through an interface, you can use platforms like Grok. However, the 405 billion model is currently unavailable due to high demand. Another option is Meta AI, where the 405 billion model seems to be operational, though there may be limits on the number of requests you can make. You can also try these models on Hugging Face. However, the 405B model is not currently available there either. If you attempt to use it, you might run into issues, but the 70 billion models are accessible without any problems. I'll create a more detailed video on running these models and making different comparisons. The model weights are also available on Hugging Face for you to download. Now, the question is, how much RAM do you need to run these models? I have all the answers for you, relying on a blog post from Hugging Face. For instance, running the 8 billion model in 16-bit floating point precision requires just 16 GB of RAM. For the 70 billion model, you need 140 GB. For the 405 billion model, you need 810 GB. If you want to run the models in 4-bit precision, you would only need around 203 GB of RAM. You need to be GPU rich or have access to an H100 cluster. A single node will allow you to run the 405B model in 8-bit precision. Keep in mind that RAM requirements increase as you add more tokens to the context window. There is a table that provides a good comparison of the RAM needed for different token counts in the context window. For instance, you will need an additional 123 GB of RAM if you are using the full context window. If you want to train these models, for the 405B model, you need 3.25 TB of RAM. For full fine-tuning of the 8 billion model, you need just 60 GB. Memory requirements are a significant consideration for both training and inference. So these numbers will be very helpful if you decide to either fine-tune these models or use them for inference. I want to close this video with an open letter from Mark Zuckerberg titled, "Open Source AI is the Path Forward." I highly recommend reading the entire letter. In it, he makes a case for open source AI systems, highlighting the following points. We need to train, fine-tune, and distill our own models. We need to control our own destiny and avoid being locked into a closed vendor. Data privacy is a significant issue. We need to protect our data. We need models that are efficient and affordable to run. Investing in ecosystems that will be standards for the long term is important. According to him, open source AI is beneficial for Meta as a business venture and for the world as a whole. I agree with him. I hope you found this video useful. So, this is Simplify AI, and I hope you like this video, and if you want more video on latest advancement on AI around the globe, you can subscribe our channel for future updates.